Hi, good morning, everyone. Today is going to be a very interesting topic. I'm getting ready to go to Fredericksburg. I get paid today from YouTube, just enough to get me a couple supplies at Costco. So today we're going to talk about things that annoy me. Now, this is very important you listen to this part first. You should never tell anybody. But I'm going to go out on a limb and tell people. Because once you tell somebody what bothers you, they'll use it to push your buttons. Oh, yes, especially if they're narcissists or if they're just goddamn cruel people. So, yeah, you should really never tell anybody what bothers you because mean people will use it to their advantage. So let's start the list. At this point in my life, I don't give a crap, right? Okay, let me see if this will hold up. Hands are dry. Okay. The number one thing that annoys me at this part in my life, I've had a lot of sinus issues lately. Oh my God. Hang with me. I'm just going to cough one more time. During my perimenopause, I suffered from severe insomnia. There was like 6 months where I never went to sleep. That in itself can cause so many issues in your life. So, the fact that I can go to sleep now within 5 or 10 minutes because I'm so exhausted from working, that's the key. If you are really tired and you have worked your ass off, most of the time, you will not have any problem going to sleep. Excuse me. So when it's my nap time, after I pull my shift, I got to lay down because my body is like stiff, it's in pain, and I gotta lay flat and I gotta relax. If anybody calls me during that time, I get so annoyed, and it annoys me to the point where I just turn off my phone most of the time, and then I forget to turn it back on. So, that is the number one thing that annoys me, is that I got to have my rest because I am just recovered from 4 major operations in the last 4 years. Yeah, 4 of them. So here's another thing that annoys me. I'm just going to rattle off some things. I don't have to keep saying that. Guys who adjust themselves, not that part, but they do it in front of women. Maybe they're used to doing that in front of low-life women, but a guy should at least turn around. That is the gentleman thing to do. You don't see us girls adjusting our boobs, right? So you shouldn't be doing that. Or guys who are scratching their ass with their hand inside their pants. Oh my God. Or guys are famous for this, not so much girls. They pick their nose. It's just gross. And then they'll wipe it on their pants, or they'll wipe it on furniture or anything that's near them. Oh, especially on the bathroom walls. Oh my God, I just want to throw up. You got to be goddamn gross to do that with the toilet paper right there. The sun is not out. I need a cough drop. That's what I need. Okay. Another thing that annoys me is people who are mean and they're rude. There goes the Schwan man. I think that's the Schwan. Yes, it's the Schwan man. I need to call them. Oh my God, I should have taken up mucus relief. So, once somebody is rude or continuously interrupts me, I'll never forget it. Now, I'm very famous for interrupting people, but I don't interrupt them during the whole hour or two. This truck wants to eat my ass. I don't interrupt constantly. I actually know some people who interrupt me and never even let me talk. Never let me talk. Now, this is what I have found out. People who are chronic interrupters, it's because they want to be heard. They're lonely. So give them their little time, but then they need to shut up and let you talk. You know, it's give and take. Another thing that bothers me is people who cuss. Every sentence has got a cuss word. I always told my children, it's okay to say a bad word if it makes the sentence more flowery, but your IQ drops every time you say a bad word. That's what I tell them. Because there's a lot of dumbass people out there. They think it's really cool to cuss. It's not. So, another thing that bothers me is people who bite their nails. Every time I see my children or anybody close to me biting their nails, I say to them, that's letting people know that you're nervous or you have anxiety. You know, I carry around a fingernail file everywhere I go, you know. I thought I would wear red today. Isn't it pretty? Okay. Oh my God. I'm going to have to take a pill. I'm going to have to stop. Okay. Another thing is there was a horrible traffic jam on the way to the wedding in Front Royal. Everybody was on the Skyline Drive. Well, honey, the leaves haven't turned yet. You know, I owned a tree company for 40 years. It has to have a frost before the trees turn their color. So everybody that was going on the Skyline Drive last week was causing major headaches. Here's something else that bothers me. Cops who congregate. I have seen cops park 2 and 3 at a time over my lifetime on the side of the road just chit-chatting. You know, that should never be allowed. I also know cops who on the midnight shift who would park somewhere and sleep. Also, I know cops that I've worked with that had hanky-panky on their shift. Let me tell you what, there's so much electronics nowadays. Everybody knows where your cruiser is. And a lot of people have tracking devices on their spouse's car to see where the hell they are. So don't you think they don't. There's also tracking devices on people's phones. Oh my God, I think I'm just going to die. I really do. Let's see if I can get some pills out of here. I usually carry water in my purse. So here's another thing. This happens to me all the time when I go traveling, is when I let somebody out because there's a bad traffic jam and I wave them through and they don't even turn around. They don't even throw up their hand to say thank you. You know, that's when I want to ram the back end of their car. Yeah. They're rude ass people. This is why people don't do it anymore hardly, because no one is appreciative. Okay. Here's another thing. I better stop right now and find this medicine. I did find a cough drop, so excuse me for sucking on this while I'm talking to you. Okay, here's some more things. Is women who do not repair their fingernail polish. They have chipped fingernail polish. When I look at that, I'm thinking, she must have dirty underwear. I mean, really. Because to me, it's the whole package. Yeah. Every woman should take care of her appearance. And here's another thing. When these elderly men, when I see them and they got really dirty tennis shoes, they make stuff to clean them, people. Get your old toothbrush and clean them suckers. Yeah, I would never. I'm not a tennis shoe person anyway, except at work, but That's just gross. When I see men with hair coming out of their nose and curling around and in their ears, I've actually gone up to men and yanked it out. Boy, does that startle them. I can't stand it. It's like, it's there. I got to pull it. Yank it. Okay. It's out. I saved you some embarrassment. Get somebody in your house to look at your ears and your nose. Here's another thing, is when people tell me how hard they work. You don't have to tell people how hard you work, because they already know it. They know it. You know? You don't have to brag about that, because let me tell you what, the one you're bragging to, saying, oh, I work so hard, I guarantee you the one you're telling this to works harder than you. Okay? Oh my God. Let me get a drink. Oh, here's a good one. When handicapped people drive around town with this in their mirror, you're not supposed to do that. No, cop will give you a ticket. I know a lot of people who've been shot by parking in handicap, and they weren't even handicapped. I've seen this on the TV. Yeah, they were shot. Here's another thing. When you see somebody in a wheelchair or one of those electric scooters and nobody holds the door open for them, that is just so wrong. It's because they can't do it, people. So be that extra nice person and hold the door open for them. Here's another one. People who have animals, especially dogs and cats, and they don't brush their animals' teeth. If you are a good pet owner, you start them out early so they'll get used to that brush in their mouth. It will save you thousands and thousands of dollars. I do mean thousands. I had 9 dachshunds, and our vet bill was $9,000 a year. You know, I take such good care of my animals. My cat lived for 26 years. Here's another pet peeve of mine. People who let the oil drink run out in their car and seize up the engine. This has happened in my family numerous times. I'm like an oil fanatic. I check it at least once a month, and I get my oil changes right on time. Okay. All right. I think that's enough for today.